Have you ever wondered how to get hired, especially if you do not come from a IIT IM tag? Or have you ever wondered what kind of jobs are considered go-to jobs when you are especially trying to improve your application for your MBA program? Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Shatakshi. I am an ex-BCG management consultant, currently an entrepreneur, and also an ISB MBA along with the Harvard Exchange. And on my channel, I share absolutely free experiences, my free experiences, advice around personal finance, MBA and consulting. So feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that whenever I'm putting out content, and of late I've been putting that almost on a daily basis, you get notified. So directly jumping into this video, once again, I have divided this video into the 3 parts. Watch till the end, because in this video, I'm also going to be sharing an actual employment opportunity of working directly with my organization, and you also get to directly work with me. And mind you, the exits out of my organization have led people to actually work with McKinsey, BCG and Bain, and also get MBA offers from top Ivy Leagues such as Chicago Booth, Columbia Business School as well. Now coming back to the video. So this entire video once again is divided into 3 parts. Part number 1 is what kind of job should you look for that eventually enhance your profile and also actually allow you to bring the best version of yourself. And second is what are really those hacks, very small low hanging fruits that increase your job employment opportunities. And then towards the end, I will share the exact job employment opportunity in this video. So first and foremost, in terms of the motivation or the why, there are 2 things that I want to land upon all of you. The first one is largely around what kind of jobs are really hot in the market, what kind of jobs really lead you to bring the best version of yourself. To my mind, at least the way I spent my 20s largely, I always prioritized not the organizations but the leaders and the people with whom I would want to work. My first job was actually with 2 ex-McKinseys, and then I worked in Groupon, now called Nearby, with Ankur Warikoo, and of course Ankur is quite a celebrity these days. Then I chose to leave all of that to work in social impact and government, to work with the former chairman of McKinsey and Company, who is also the chairman of a division within Ministry of Commerce right now. So I have, back then I was not thinking so much, but I realized that I have typically always wanted to work with leaders rather than big organizations, because I don't think I get a lot of kick by being a cog in the wheel. I know that I've worked with the BCG as well, and I owe a great deal of my career advancement to BCG also. But large part of my career was actually established by working with top leaders both in business and society. So while there is no one formula of success, at least the way I have gained a lot of knowledge and I have gained a lot of learning has been through by working directly with the leaders in both business and society. And my last stint was actually with Tony Blair, who's the former UK Prime Minister as well. Which brings me towards the second point around motivation. To increase your probability to get hired, you need to pick your roles accordingly well. So for example, if you're a tech coder and you're just suddenly applying for management consulting roles without even being from target schools and without even having any assignment, any project or any exposure to management consulting, then the probability of your selection is going to be little grim. I have made a separate video around how to get into management consulting. So if it is management consulting that excites you, feel free to check that out on my channel as well. Similarly, if you are into content management and suddenly you want to make a career in artificial intelligence and machine learning without any exposure, without any internship, without any certifications or projects, it's going to be really hard. Why am I now narrating this tale to you? Is because for any job that you will apply, you need to have certain level of strengths. You could have certain areas of improvement or you could have certain vulnerabilities as well. But please note that when an employer is looking to hire you, they're definitely looking of points of strength. For example, if I am looking for a tech coder in my organization, I will not hire someone who doesn't know even Java or doesn't know, for example, HTML and other computer languages, right? You need to have certain strengths, and of course during the job you learn also. which is the first section that for you to be able to advance your career, you need to pick up, at least to my mind, pick up jobs with top leaders who have worked in various domains, who have seen certain interesting aspects of life, and at the same time apply for jobs where you have certain strengths and you could exhibit them. So that's step number one. The step number two, I think the biggest failure and the biggest mistake people make in terms of getting hired is just putting a very shoddy attempt or not putting a good quality effort. Let me give you an example. In my own organization, the way we hire is through a 3-step process. So first and foremost, you will submit your CV. And then the step number 1 is, if your CV is shortlisted, you will get an assignment to work for. If your assignment is good enough, you will go through interview round number 1. If we like you in interview round number 1, then we will interview you for round number 2. Now, CV shortlisting, I'm not counting is at a step, and if you want to count it as a step, you could count that as step 0, and then there's step 1, step 2, step 3. I have always been surprised that how many people do not submit the assignment, and that is frankly not just in my organization, in the other organizations also that I've worked in my 20s, and mind you, I've worked for 5 organizations. I have been part of the recruiting cycle, and I've seen that people are largely just not motivated enough. Everyone wants quick job, everyone wants that they should be sleeping, they should not be making smart effort, and they should not be making hard work. They just want to just very smoothly get 18 lakh or 20 lakh packages. No, my friends, eventually good jobs, good quality jobs working with top leaders eventually take a lot of effort, and it takes genuine effort for you to submit the assignment, go through round number 1, go through round number 2, and that's just not with my venture. Most of the top firms actually have that step and that filtering mechanism. And frankly, if you ask me, I really like the fact that people do not choose to submit their assignment. Why? Because someone who's not motivated to not even submit the assignment, I always worry and wonder what kind of shoddy work would that person eventually do if we were to hire them, right? So a classic good hire is someone who is decently motivated that if I'm shortlisted, I am going to do that heavy lifting in terms of assignment or a project or a homework that is given to me. That's one hack. And the second hack is just putting a good version of your curriculum vitae, which is a CV. For your own benefit, I'm happy to put out a link, which is a downloadable link of a template of a classic good quality CV, especially for soft skills job, such as business operations, such as business planning, business strategy. So feel free to check that out. Which brings me towards the last section of this video. Remember, I said that there is going to be a job employment opportunity which is attached to this video. So like I said, I'm the co-CEO of and co-founder of Global Governance Initiative, and I am hiring for specifically 4 roles. And if you are interested, I want you to actually put it out in the comments why we should hire you. What is exactly the value proposition that you bring to the table, and I will personally monitor and review what kind of information you put out. So then you may ask me, Shatakshi, what are the 4 roles that you're hiring for? So I'm hiring for currently 4 roles in my organization. It's a small 20-member organization right now, and the first role is around teaching assistant. So for my organization, it's an education venture. Feel free to check out my education venture called Global Governance Initiative. We have master classes which are witnessed by top industry veterans, chairmen, CEOs of McKinsey, BCG, Amazon, etc. And for conducting those master classes, we need an absolutely great communicator who has great attention to detail, and the role is called teaching assistant. So while of course you will get to learn on the job, but one of the key criteria of being selected as a teaching assistant at Global Governance Initiative is to definitely have good communication skill, because you are going to be representing Global Governance Initiative in front of chairmen and CEOs, and of course deal with all the beneficiaries of Global Governance Initiative. Our last teaching assistant was actually from Oxford, and she would join all our master classes from London time, and now of course she's decided to step back because of the time difference. Which brings me towards the second role that for which we are hiring, which is of a product/tech manager. at GGI. So at Global Governance Initiative, we have built extraordinary artificial intelligence learning based tools, and you get a chance to bake a lot of interesting tech innovations in education venture. The first hire for Global Governance Initiative in product and tech management actually also got an offer to work at Bain & Company. She learned a great deal about business and skills while of course applying her tech skills around Java, C++, and Python, and I was really amazed that she got a chance to, she got an offer to work at Bain & Company, and now she's applying for MBA abroad and she's gunning for Harvard, Stanford and Wharton. Which brings me towards the third hire. The third hire is for a content and a brand management role. So we are looking for a content writer and also an associate brand manager who has the vision, who has the skill to think about a brand, to actually write content for a brand for all our social media across LinkedIn to Instagram to Twitter. Which brings me towards the fourth role that we are hiring for, which is around digital marketing. So I'm specifically looking for people who have an expertise in search engine optimization, SEO, and conversion. So if in case you have a skill around that, feel free to apply. I will also specifically put out the link of my organization careers page, and whosoever eventually will be shortlisted and I will review the comments personally, you will be invited to submit an assignment, and if we like your assignment, there will be a round 1 of application and then round 2 of interview, and then of course you will be given an offer. Of course, these are all paid roles, and I'm very excited to see all of your application. Once again, I'm on a chai break, and this time I'm really giving back to all of you. This is your chance to crack an opportunity. All these people will get a chance to work with Naman and me. Naman is the other co-founder and co-CEO. He's studied at TAC. He's been at United Nations. And of course, you know me as well. It's a small organization, and most of the people who have had exits out of my team member / employees are getting a chance to actually study at the top 5 and top 6 MBA schools in US. That's the kind of unique work opportunities we provide. And at the same time, I'm definitely looking for people who align with the ethics and the mission of Global Governance Initiative. I hope you like the video. If you do, then feel free to like and subscribe so that your friends also get to know about such opportunities. With that, I take your leave and I'll see you very much soon. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.